Hello everyone, Josh for Respect again, bringing you guys some more Overhit, and today we're going to be exploring the Japanese version of the game. I just kind of want to get a good look of possibly what Global has to offer in the next few months to a year from now, because the JP version, of course, is the closest relatable version of the three available to Global, because of course the Korean version is like almost completely different. So I'm kind of just want to play through here on the JP version and kind of see what's going on, what to possibly expect, look at if anything major changes possibly in the game with either character designs, different features, quality of life maybe, or even some new game modes. So we definitely want to go ahead and take a look. Now I do kind of know some of the things that are already going to be available because I've seen it before. And the first thing that you'll notice right off the bat is Sophia is actually an SR in this game, opposed to an SSR in the global version. So you can already see there's already differences between the three versions already. I know a lot of people want to assume that the global version is going to be the same as JP, or it's going to be the same eventually as Korea. It's not. They've already established, I believe from the dev notes before Global came out, that all three versions were going to kind of be different, but we are using the JP client. Now, what I mean by that is we're using the same pre-build, like the same base build of the game as JP, but a lot of things that they could quickly change and make different, like the character stats, for example, the character typings, what the character's ratings will be. Are they going to be SRs, SSRs? They can change the actual drop rate percentages. They can even release some exclusives to Global that the other versions won't have, etc., etc. But nonetheless, because they do share the same build, I just want to see if there are any similarities and what's majorly different. So let's just keep exploring. We're going to try and get to 1-3, possibly a little bit more. We'll see what happens. So this is already a little bit different. Never played the JP version myself, but as you can see here, we have an SSR plus Anemone, which is actually a UR in the global version. I don't even know if JP has URs. But we're going to go ahead and grab that as a friend and just take it in, because why not? So that's definitely a different way. You also notice we have the 5 hero slots plus a buddy slot, which is the pet system, which we, of course, do not have yet on the global side of things, and hopefully we do get that. Hopefully it's not really a big pay-to-win thing, though. I really don't want that to be like a big, oh, you got to pay to get this, because that's generally what happens with pet systems in games like this. Hopefully it's more or less free-to-play, or, with the option to spend to get more, But as long as there is an option to get it initially, that'd be great. So you'll also notice that Ash and Ren are both SRs. They're still not SSRs either. All three of these heroes are SSRs in the global side. So a lot of different things that are, already different about it. Let's go ahead and check out the hero panel. So the hero panel, for the most part, looks, more or less similar to ours in a way. It is slightly tweaked, a little bit different. Even the font used for the numbers is different. I believe it's more bold. It's like, I believe they may have used Impact or some other kind of font, maybe Aries. I can't remember. There's so many different fonts out there nowadays, it's hard to tell. But that's a little bit different. You'll also notice that they have the gear above the skills instead of underneath. The grade is also, well, no, I think all that's pretty much the same. Yeah, everything else right there looks about the same. This you have to get to grade B to unlock. Very interesting. What is this? No idea what that is. It looks like you need 4 dupes instead of 5, because there's only 4 slots. Or is that only because he's an SR? Maybe it's different for SSRs. So maybe that's another difference between the global version. We got our gear here. Just go ahead and equip that, as you guys can see. I definitely like the gear is a little bit more high quality. Per se, you'll notice that the background is just is not different colored, like the pinkish oranges color that we have for the main substat. It's just a solid red, like purplish color, perhaps. Let's go ahead and just equip. Oh, did not mean to do that. Rip. So let's go back and grab that. I think that's equip. No, it's not equip. That's fortify. Well, crap. Where is the equip button? Is this the equip button? There we go. So that's definitely different. Those are, you know, swapped around a little bit as well. We don't, of course, have any armor right now. So you could definitely see there's a lot of differences already to the global version in the JP version, and it gets even more crazy if you look at the Korean version. This looks like a guide, 0 out of 5. That's interesting. So this is a little bit different. So if we actually beat all 5 of these stages, we get a free copy of SR Ash. And we can't go beyond, looks like 1/4 of his little, looks kind of like an Advent mission per se, unless we make him a B grade. So that's interesting. You also get, it looks like 10 gems out of doing that for full 15-star clear. So that's definitely different. Does this go full screen? It does. See, that's one thing that they highly gypped us on the global version, is if you look at SRs in the game, it doesn't show you full image previews. It just shows you like the PNG overlay on top of the background. So it doesn't look very good if you're a content creator and you're trying to get images, unless you're very good at like some kind of photo editing software like Photoshop. But it could also be the fact that Ash was just one of the very few SRs possibly in the game that did get the full screen, since he eventually did become an SSR in global. I don't know. We'll have to test that with another SR that we know is an SR in both versions. We could also probably try a rare too and see what happens with that. Let's see his 3D model. 3D model more or less looks about the same to me, honestly. I would have to put it like a side-by-side comparison to really see if there is any kind of difference. But for more or less, from just, you know, quick look of it, it looks about the same, to be honest. So there's that. We also have costumes, which obviously we don't have all these costumes yet in the global version. We do have a couple for the select, like Esta, and believe in Colette. That's about it, honestly. I know Colette got hers. We got 2 different costumes for her. It's more or less just reskins. And you can see there's like the Christmas outfit. It looks pretty cool. So those may be coming still to global, honestly. I don't know. But yeah, that's definitely something we don't have yet, at least. Doesn't mean we will get it. You'll notice we also have a few more things here in the items area that we, you know, don't have on global. I don't even know what all this stuff is. What's the 28-day reward for JP? Let's see here. The 28-day reward is 40 pet shards, or puzzle pieces, to craft 1 pet. So they actually go up to 30. No guaranteed SSR. Wait, actually, wow. Wow. Never mind. Wow. I'd rather have this than an SSR ticket any day of the week. So on day 14, you get a Light of Talent for an SSR. Basically, it's a free dupe of whatever SSR you want. That is so much better than the 28-day SSR that could be any random SSR out there. It may be a dupe for you, it may not be. So that is awesome. You also get the Light of Talent shards, which of course you get 10 of those. You can make a free SSR. If you get 30 of them, you can build a Light of Talent, at least on the global side. Maybe different for JP. They got the Grimoire things going on. You get a free Grimoire SSR at day 7. Looks like you just get 10 Light of Talent rainbow pieces. I don't know if that's different from that or not, if they just changed the color of them, because that's giving you 10 pieces and that's giving you 1, or if those are 2 different things altogether. I'm sure somebody in the comment section below who's been playing JP knows that a little bit more than I do. So that's interesting. Cool. All right. Well, that's definitely different. Yeah, they're definitely giving you a lot more things. Wow. Look at these Light of Talent SSRs. Now, I don't know if these are just for light heroes or not for these ones particularly, but wow, you get a free Colette on day 2 of this current event going on right now. You get all these different SSR Grimoires. Wow. Okay. Well, they're definitely being more generous, at least at this stage on JP. Doesn't mean they're going to do the same thing for global, because you guys know how that goes. But yeah, so that's a few different things there for sure. That is interesting. Okay. Well then, let's just go ahead and clear 1, 1, 3, 1, 4, or whatever we got to do our first summon. And then let's look at a few other characters in the game. From what I can tell so far, the actual in battle seems to be basically the same as we have it on global. Alright, yep. So the story still seems to be following the same as we had it before. Let's go ahead and do that. I know, and I'm almost guaranteeing you that a lot of these skills and stuff like that are probably different, especially for the fact that Ren, Sophia, and Ash are all SRs. And you get a Ren at the beginning of the game, while in global we had to work for it. I believe we had to go all the way up to hard mode, like, was it 210, 310, somewhere around in that area, I believe, to get your first copy of Ren. And she was an SSR, of course, as well. Also, Ren is dark in this game, and she's wind in global. So that's a completely different element altogether. So that's another big difference. Alright. So we get these little plant things. Not sure what those are either. That's something that we do not get in global. Unless we do get it, it's just whatever it is in global is just a different icon. But I don't think we got anything like that that I can think of. So we got some end heroes. We got a piece of armor there. Okay, let's keep going. 3-star cleared that as well. Alright, let's go and grab another friend. Okay, so this is an A SSR plus and a Monet level 50. So there's at least maybe 1 or 2 dupes in. It depends. Their leveling might be a little bit different. Perhaps and go up to like level 80 or so. Because I know in the Korean version you can go up to level 80. And on global we can only go up to level 65. I think on Japan they can go to level 80 as well though. I wasn't really paying attention with the last anemone that we took as a friend, so I didn't know if the level was higher or not than the one that we're currently using. But we'll see all that good stuff as we keep exploring. Just trying to spot the differences right now. Alright. Oh, I also just realized we also get 3 times speed and 3 times speed right off the bat. On global, we actually have to beat normal story to unlock 3 times speed. So that's something else I didn't even notice until just now. So you get a free Blossom at 17 on the guide missions. And while we're at the guide missions, let's go and take a look at this. So your first guide mission, you get N heroes. Then you get 10 gems. You get 4-star gear. You get more gems, gear, fodder, gems. Okay, you get fairies, okay, gear, more gems. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, these are actually a lot of garbage. Okay, this is actually a lot of garbage. I'm not sure what those are yet. 300 gems at 36, okay. Yeah, these are... We're up in the 22 now. I mean, unless these are a lot easier to complete than on global... So far, these are trash. They might have actually did us a lot better on the global side, but it depends. We've got to see how far this goes up to. These rewards might go from like 0 to 60 real quick. We'll have to keep looking. Okay, at 54, you get another copy of Blossom. So you're going to get a +1 Blossom easy. Alright. Okay, let's keep going. So far, these rewards have not been great. Okay, you get accessories at 51. I mean, we're already up in the 50s. You get skill stones, 100. Okay, now that's a little bit crazy. Okay, you get 100 at 56. All right, okay. But then again, on JP, you might need a lot more skill up. So I mean, that might only equal to like 10 on global. So who knows? Get 10 gems again. Wow, these gems suck. I don't know what those are. Or these, or any of these things. I'm not sure what these are used for yet. I'm sure somebody in the comment section below will tell me. But these rewards... Okay, we start getting some elemental 4-star gear, which still isn't great yet. By the way, we don't have any wind raid boss yet, even though we're supposed to. Hopefully, I mean, because I heard that the Dark Boss was I mean, we do got green elemental gear, but you have to like summon for it. You can't get it from raid, which is unfortunate. Which it looks like you can just get it from your guide missions here, and they might even have a win raid boss, because I heard that Dark was like the world boss or something like that. That might be only Korea, so I'll have to look into that. But let's just keep going. So just more gear. Yeah, so far these, I mean, we're up to 87 now. Okay, now we're getting 5-star gear. Okay, at 88. And we get a big, another multi-summon worth of gems at 93 as a bonus. At 99, I don't know what that item is either. I'm not sure what these materials are for. Hopefully something, I would assume, decent. Now you do get 5-star elemental gear at 100 plus. Now this is definitely something that we do not have, at least yet, on global. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and it just keeps going. Yep. So there might, of course, they got more than us. That's what I'm saying. Like, if those are hard, if it's easier to get through these than it was on global to get like up in hundreds, then I can understand the crappier rewards possibly. But even then, I don't know. I felt like those rewards were really bad. So they better get like extremely good up here. I mean, I'm glad to get all these 5-star gear and stuff. I'm not sure what these are used for. It looks like something to do with crafting. Same thing with 129, but it looks like even if we go clear up to 141, you finally get one light of talent all the way up at 141. And it looks like you got to beat something on expert. 1610 expert or something like that. Like, I don't know, unless some of these rewards are like next level, because I'm not sure what they all are. These guide missions look pretty lackluster to me. But again, I don't know what all that stuff is, so, you know, it could be a little bit different. So we'll have to see. But, yeah, those guide missions look actually really bad compared to global. Depending on what those materials are used for, obviously. Get rid of all this stuff. Alright. So we completed that, got our 3 end monsters, that's fine. So there's a few more things here on the main menu. It is the 1st year anniversary, obviously, in Japan. So they're getting a few different things. They're just telling you that we got that Colette we're going to be able to get on day 2. Looks like we get a free pen on day 3, I think. So, I mean, we already went over that. The background, all that stuff, of course, is different because it's the 1-year anniversary. So, I mean, that... We got episode 2 down here as well, which we don't have yet on global. We're still in episode 1. It goes up to 16 chapters instead of 15, so they added that additional chapter. There is a hard mode. So there is no hell mode or extreme mode or whatever like that, I don't think. Or is this just showing episode 1? What happens if we go to episode 2? Episode 2 goes up to actual chapter 19. And that also has a story in hard mode. I'm not sure if hell mode is on JP as well. I know it is on Korea. So I don't know. It might be. I might not be able to see it because I haven't beat hard yet. So I don't know. But yeah, so that's episode 1, episode 2. So episode 2, whenever we get it, maybe if we get it, if they follow how they did it here in Japan, which they might not, we should be getting chapter 17, 18, and 19. But we also don't have chapter 16 either, which looks like it was part of chapter 1, which is very interesting. We only stop at chapter 15. So maybe story is a bit different. I don't know. A lot of different things between all 3 versions. And it's very weird because I really don't know what Nexon is doing. Why do they have 3 different versions of the game? Like, that's just a little bit ridiculous in my opinion. Normally when a game releases in Korea or JP early, obviously they usually always release those versions first. They will release the same version on global, but we will just be a few months to a year behind on content or banners and stuff like that. We'll eventually get all the same stuff, but it'll be, you know, we'll always be behind because that's just how it's always worked in gachas, unless the game comes out globally on day 1, like some games have done with Bandai when they released Dragon Ball Legends. They released it globally to everyone day 1. Things like that will happen on occasion. But in this game's case, I feel like this might be an issue with the game because it's 3 different versions of the game almost entirely. They all 3 are doing their own thing in a different way. So it's like, I don't know what they're going to be doing with Global in the future. Is it going to become what JP is now? Is it going to go a completely different route all on its own? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I feel like that's also kind of crippling the game's quality because now you have Nexon working on the same game 3 different ways. And I just don't think that's smart. I don't think that was wise. I don't know who thought of that decision or whatever. But I mean, hey, it is what it is, I guess. So I don't know what to tell everybody to expect in Global because everything is just so different already in JP from how we started in Global. It's just so different. A lot of things are just so different. I mean, just a few things that we talked about in today's video that we looked over is just so different. So I have no idea. I have no idea. A lot of the icons are different. Character elements are different. Character skill sets are different. Characters' ratings are different. The battle system seems pretty much the same as it always has been. I guess we just get a free SSR right off the bat. So I don't know who to grab. I guess I'm going to grab that. I mean, can I just grab that? Can I just own it? Okay. I just got... I just got an Anemone. I feel special. I just got an SSR Plus because why not? Was that a smart decision for JP? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe it is. But that's just a big difference right there. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Until next time.